Most people think their dreams die because they fail, but I don't think that is true. Most dreams die because life becomes comfortable. The salary becomes acceptable, the routine becomes familiar, the excuses become reasonable, and slowly, the person who once wanted an extraordinary life becomes very good at living an ordinary one. That is why the Odyssey is not simply a story about a man trying to return home. It is a warning that destiny demands sacrifice and comfort kills dreams. My name's Peter. I run a real estate business here in Sydney. I'm a property investor. I've written a best-selling book called From Zero to Real Estate Hero, and I'm still trying to understand what success actually means. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey follows Odysseus on his long journey home after the Trojan War. But as I watched the story unfold, I realised he is not only fighting monsters. He is fighting pride, temptation, guilt, distraction, exhaustion, and most dangerously, a comfortable life that is not his true life. So today, I want to walk through the entire journey and explain why the Odyssey perfectly describes why so many people never reach their potential. And yes, there will be Cyclops, witches, sea monsters, and murderous men. So basically a normal Monday morning in real estate. The story begins with the famous victory at Troy. Odysseus helped devise the wooden horse that finally ended a 10-year war. To the outside world, he is a hero. He has achieved the kind of victory people spend their whole lives chasing. Yet, almost immediately, the film shows us that public success and private peace are not the same thing. Odysseus has won the war, but he has not won his life back. Years pass, and he still has not returned to Ithaca. His wife, Penelope, is surrounded by powerful men who want to marry her, take the throne, and permanently replace him. His son, Telemachus, has grown up without his father and must decide whether to accept that Odysseus is gone or leave the safety of home to search for the truth. This is the first major lesson. Sometimes achieving one goal is only the beginning of a much harder journey. People imagine success as a simple formula: work hard, win, celebrate, and live happily ever after. But real life is usually work hard, win, discover 10 new problems, and then receive an email beginning with "just following up." Odysseus won the war, but the cost of that victory had already followed him onto the ship. Destiny demands sacrifice. You may have to sacrifice time, sleep, popularity, immediate pleasure, and the need to be understood by everyone. But there is an important difference between sacrificing for your destiny and sacrificing everything that gives your destiny meaning. Odysseus will spend the entire journey learning that difference. As he sails away from Troy, he and his crew enter the cave of the Cyclops. They become trapped, and Odysseus survives not through strength, but through intelligence. He blinds the Cyclops and escapes by hiding beneath the sheep. It should be a perfect victory, but as he sails away, he cannot resist shouting back. He needs the Cyclops to know exactly who defeated him. His ego turns an escape into a curse, and the Cyclops calls upon Poseidon to punish him. Odysseus survives the danger and then creates another one because he needs recognition. I've seen the same thing happen in business and real estate. The deal is finished, the contract is exchanged, everybody should go home, but someone needs to send one more aggressive message. Someone needs to prove they were right. Someone needs the other side to know who won. Congratulations, you won the argument and created 3 months of unnecessary problems. Success requires sacrifice, but the first thing we should often sacrifice is our ego. There will be moments when you are right, moments when you are underestimated, and people who disrespect you. But you do not need to respond to every Cyclops. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is get back on the boat and keep moving. From there, the journey begins taking things away from Odysseus. Ships are destroyed, men are killed, supplies disappear, and the confident commander who left Troy with an entire fleet is slowly reduced to someone trying to survive, with fewer people, fewer resources, and less certainty. This is the part of success nobody puts on Instagram. People show the opening of the business, but not the cash flow crisis 6 months later. They show the sold sticker, but not the 47 buyers who stopped answering the phone. They show the award, but not the year they nearly gave up. When I started my own real estate business, I had a vision. I wanted to build something more innovative, multicultural, and forward-thinking, but vision does not remove pressure. In many ways, vision creates pressure, because once you know what your life could become, settling becomes much more painful. Odysseus keeps losing men, resources, and confidence, yet he keeps moving, because destiny demands sacrifice before it provides evidence. Most people want proof before they commit. They say, once the business becomes successful, I'll work harder. Once I have more clients, I'll become consistent. Once people believe in me, I'll believe in myself. But destiny rarely gives you proof first. It normally sends you an invoice. Eventually, Odysseus and his surviving men arrive on Circe's island. They have been fighting, starving, and suffering for years, and suddenly they are welcomed with food, shelter, and comfort. Nothing seems dangerous. No monster attacks them, no storm destroys their ships. For once, life appears easy, and that is exactly why the situation is so dangerous. Circe drugs the meal and transforms the men into pigs. They survive battle after battle, but nearly lose themselves over dinner. And honestly, I understand. After a long week, put enough food in front of me, and my ambition also begins transforming into a pig. But the deeper meaning is that not every trap looks like suffering. Some traps look like pleasure. Some traps look like security. Some traps even look like success. A comfortable job can be a trap. A profitable but dishonest transaction can be a trap. A lifestyle you cannot afford can be a trap. Compliments can be a trap. Early success can be a trap when it convinces you that you no longer need to improve. People imagine their greatest enemy arriving with a sword, but usually it arrives carrying food and saying, "You've worked hard enough. Relax. You can start again next Monday." Comfort kills dreams because comfort removes urgency. The problem is not resting. Rest is necessary. The problem is forgetting why you were resting and never getting up again. Circe eventually directs Odysseus toward the underworld, where he must confront the dead and seek guidance about what lies ahead. Before he can understand his future, he must face his past. This may be one of the most important lessons in the entire story, because most people try to build a new future without examining the mistakes that created their present. They repeat the same relationship patterns, the same business mistakes, the same spending habits, and the same excuses. They change companies, cities, partners, or industries, but carry the same person into every new environment. I have made mistakes in business. I've prioritized transactions over relationships. I've trusted the wrong people. I've sometimes focused too much on winning today instead of protecting my reputation for the next 20 years. Growth began when I stopped telling myself a heroic version of my own story. Your destiny may demand that you sacrifice the story you tell yourself. Maybe you were not unlucky. Maybe you were unprepared. Maybe the market was difficult, but perhaps your execution was also poor. Maybe someone treated you badly, but perhaps you ignored the warning signs because the opportunity looked profitable. You cannot change a lesson you refuse to learn. After leaving the underworld, Odysseus and his men encounter the Sirens, whose song is designed to pull sailors away from their course. Odysseus orders his crew to block their ears so they can keep moving forward. The Sirens are not simply creatures, they are distractions, and modern sirens are everywhere. They sound like, "You deserve another hour on social media. Everyone else is already ahead. This business idea is probably too risky. Buy the luxury car now. Financial freedom can wait. Don't make the phone call. They might reject you." The Sirens do not need to destroy you. They only need to redirect you. That is how most dreams die. Not through one massive disaster, but through 1,000 small distractions. 10 minutes wasted here, one opportunity avoided there, one difficult conversation postponed, 1 year passes, then another, and eventually the person says, "Oh, I guess it wasn't meant to be." Sometimes it was meant to be. You just kept listening to the wrong song. Odysseus and his remaining crew later reach the island of the sacred cattle. They are warned not to harm them, but bad weather traps them in, food runs out, and hunger begins to overpower discipline. Eventually the crew breaks its promise and kills the cattle. Odysseus refuses, but when they return to sea, a storm destroys the ship and kills everyone except him. The men exchange their future for one meal. This happens every day. People spend the deposit for their future home because they want a luxury holiday now. Business owners destroy long-term relationships to collect one short-term commission. Investors panic during a downturn and sell an asset they originally planned to hold for 10 years. Agents damage their reputation because one deal appears too valuable to lose. When people become desperate, short-term relief starts looking like a strategy. But destiny demands that you sometimes remain uncomfortable longer than other people can tolerate. Patience is not doing nothing. Patience is refusing to destroy tomorrow simply because today is difficult. Alone and exhausted, Odysseus eventually washes ashore on Calypso's island, and this is where the story becomes most relevant to modern life. Calypso does not imprison him in a dungeon. She gives him companionship, food, safety, beauty, and peace. After years of war, loss, and suffering, Odysseus finally has everything a tired man might want, except his purpose. His mind becomes clouded, and years pass before he fully understands how long he has remained there. Yet memories of Penelope, Telemachus, and Ithaca continue to survive inside him. Eventually, he chooses to leave the island and face the sea again. The Cyclops could kill his body, but Calypso could kill his dream, and that makes her more dangerous. The greatest threat to your destiny may not be pain. It may be a comfortable alternative. A life that is not terrible. A career that pays enough. A relationship that is not happy but not painful enough to leave. A business that survives but never becomes what you once imagined. Calypso's island is the place where ambition goes to sleep, and most people have their own version of it. Mine might be staying inside the real estate industry I already understand and refusing to explore technology, AI, media, or storytelling, because those things make me feel like a beginner again. Yours may be different, but the question is the same. What do you call in peace that is actually surrender? Odysseus does not leave because the island becomes unpleasant. He leaves because he remembers who he is. Sometimes growth means walking away from a perfectly comfortable situation because it is taking you in the wrong direction. While Odysseus struggles to return, Telemachus begins his own journey. He has grown up inside his father's shadow, carrying a famous name without yet earning his own identity. Menelaus challenges him to stop behaving like a child waiting to be rescued and start preparing to lead. Meanwhile, the suitors occupying Ithaca are plotting to take the throne and eliminate him. Telemachus must leave home, face danger, and act before he feels ready. This is another reason many people fail. They wait for confidence before taking action. But Telemachus becomes confident because he takes action. You do not become a leader and then face responsibility. You face responsibility, and slowly it turns you into a leader. You do not become confident and then make prospecting calls. You make enough uncomfortable calls that rejection eventually stops controlling you. You do not wait until you feel ready to build something meaningful. Readiness is often created by beginning. When Odysseus finally reaches Ithaca, he returns disguised as a beggar. After spending years dreaming about home, he cannot simply walk through the door and announce that everything is fixed. He must observe what has happened to his kingdom, test the loyalty of the people around him, and understand the man he has become. He finds the suitors consuming his resources, disrespecting his home, and competing to marry Penelope. He also encounters his old dog, Argos, abandoned and forgotten. His kindness toward the animal helps reveal the humanity still inside him, and eventually helps Telemachus recognize the mysterious stranger as his father. Odysseus then tests the suitors, particularly Antinous, who abuses the supposed beggar and shows exactly what kind of man has taken control of Ithaca. After years of wanting to return, Odysseus discovers that home has changed. His son has changed, his wife has changed. Most importantly, he has changed. This is something people rarely discuss about success. You may eventually reach the destination you dreamed about, but the journey may transform you so completely that the destination no longer feels the way you imagined. The sacrifice does not only change what you have, it changes who you are. While still disguised, Odysseus speaks with Penelope and tells her about Troy, but this time the story is no longer presented as a glorious military victory. We see fear, destruction, and innocent people being killed. The wooden horse, remembered as a symbol of intelligence, was also a weapon used to smuggle death into a city. Odysseus is forced to confront the possibility that his greatest strategic triumph was also a profound moral failure. This may be the most important idea in the film, because not every victory is success. You can win money and lose your reputation. You can build a company and lose your family. You can defeat your competition and become a person you no longer respect. You can exchange the contract and still know the transaction was wrong. Destiny demands sacrifice, but it should not demand your integrity. There are things worth sacrificing: comfort, ego, distraction, immediate gratification, and need for universal approval. There are also things you should protect: your health, your character, your promises, the people you love, and the reputation that will remain after the transaction is forgotten. Odysseus sacrificed for victory, but at Troy, he also sacrificed parts of himself that victory could never return. That is why coming home is so difficult. He is not only afraid of what happened while he was gone, he is ashamed of the man returning. Penelope eventually announces a contest. The suitors must string Odysseus's bow and shoot through 12 axe heads. One after another, they fail. Then the old beggar steps forward, strings the bow, and completes the challenge, revealing that Odysseus has returned. The doors are sealed, and Odysseus and Telemachus fight together to reclaim the kingdom. The battle is violent, costly, and final. Odysseus reaches home, but he cannot simply return to the life he left behind. His destiny required sacrifice. His comfort delayed him, his pride punished him, his decisions haunted him, and his journey cost almost everything. Yet he still completed it. Not perfectly, not cleanly, and not without regret, but he kept moving. I think most people misunderstand success because they focus only on the destination. They want the business, the property portfolio, the followers, the recognition, and the financial freedom, but they rarely ask, what version of me must disappear for that person to exist? Maybe you need to sacrifice the version of yourself that needs everyone's approval. Maybe you need to sacrifice the lifestyle that makes you look wealthy before you actually become financially free. Maybe you need to sacrifice your excuses, your ego, or the belief that success should always feel fair. But sacrifice should serve your destiny, not destroy the reason you wanted it. I believe in hard work. I believe in discipline. I believe there are seasons when building something meaningful requires uncomfortable choices. But I no longer believe success means sacrificing every relationship, every moment with your family, your health, and your character. That is not success. That is simply another version of being lost at sea. The Odyssey explains why most people never succeed, and it is not because they lack talent, because the world has no opportunities, or even because the journey is too difficult. Many people fail because somewhere along the journey, they find an island that is comfortable enough. They stop building, stop learning, stop exploring, stop challenging themselves, and eventually forget where they were originally trying to go. So remember these two ideas. Destiny demands sacrifice, which means you will have to give something up to become who you are capable of becoming. But choose that sacrifice carefully. Give up comfort before character. Give up ego before relationships. Give up immediate pleasure before long-term purpose. And remember that comfort kills dreams. Rest when you need to. Enjoy what you have built. Love the people around you. But never become so comfortable that you forget your Ithaca, because the biggest tragedy is not failing on the journey. The biggest tragedy is waking up years later and realizing you stopped sailing toward the life you truly wanted. My name is Peter, and I am still on my own Odyssey. The question is, are you still sailing toward yours? If this video made you think about your own journey, leave one word in the comments: destiny. And subscribe to the channel, because here we don't just talk about real estate. We talk about business, success, human behavior, and what it truly takes to build a meaningful life.